Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be going over the Daycare feature on Cobblemon Delta. So if you've played a Pokemon game before, you may already be familiar with Pokemon breeding, but there are some slight differences with our server, and I figured I would just go over them here in a tutorial for anybody new. So the first thing is you can do /daycare to open your Daycare, or if you're using our Modrinth pack, you can just press comma on your keyboard. That's the default bind. You can bind it to whatever you want in your control settings if you want to change it. So the first thing you'll notice is, well, when you first open it, there will be nothing in here. It'll look like this. There are multiple Daycare pens at the top. You can unlock these with Poké-Dollars, and you start off with one for free. Everybody gets one Daycare pen. And then, yeah, unlocking the others will allow you to breed up to 6 different pairs of Pokemon at a time. So, as you can see right here, I have a Ditto and a Magikarp here together. So the way that Pokemon breeding works is that Pokemon must be in the same egg group and different genders than each other. And anything in the undiscovered egg group cannot be bred. So you can look up the Pokemon's egg group on Bulbapedia or something, and you'll be able to figure that out. So for this first example, I have a Ditto and a Magikarp, which can breed because Ditto can breed with any Pokemon, again, other than the undiscovered egg group, and Magikarp is just a regular Pokemon that can breed. So they made an egg there, and I can click on it to collect it, and it will go into my egg backpack. And in here you can see that I already have a few. You can either click to take them, or you can shift right click to release them, and then this button will claim all of your hatched eggs. Oh, and I actually completed a Poke Hunt for that. Anyway, so the next example here is 2 Tandemaus. So Tandemaus is a genderless Pokemon, which means that they cannot breed with anything but a Ditto. So that's why right here it says your Pokemon share an invalid gender combo. So if I take one of them out and I replace it with a Ditto, now you'll see that my Pokemon can breed, and the progress will begin. I have the progress sped up a little bit because this is my test server and I'm just doing this for the video, but it takes a little bit longer than this. Now, as for egg hatch times, it depends on how many egg cycles your Pokemon has. So this is the major difference between our system and the Pokemon games. In the Pokemon games, egg hatching depends on the steps you take, so walking around will hatch eggs. Now, on our server, it's based on time. So after a certain amount of time, eggs will just hatch. And if you look up a Pokemon on Bulbapedia and check their egg cycles, the higher that is, the longer it'll take for your Pokemon to hatch. The next example I have here is a Chatot and nothing. So this is just an example of, this is a male Chatot. So if you put a female Chatot, you can breed these two together. No error here. Now if I put a Magikarp, they cannot breed. Well, that's also because they're both male ones, but even if I put in a female Pokemon that is of a different egg group, you will see that it will give me an error. Although wait, that's a bad example because that is of the same egg group. But if it was a female Pokemon of a different egg group, then it would not be able to breed, and you would not be able to get more Chatots from it. So now, the next thing that is something from Generation 9 that not a lot of people know about if you haven't played the newest generation of Pokemon is the Mirror Herb. So if we look in the Pokédex here at Chatot, you'll see that one of its egg moves is Boom Burst. Now, normally to get that, you'd have to breed a Pokemon, like for example, Yanmelia, which learns Boom Burst. You'd have to breed it with a Chatot, and then it would pass down Boom Burst. And Yanmelia is one of our custom Pokemon on our server. So right now, Noivern is not in Cobblemon, and Noivern is the Pokemon that passes Boom Burst to Chatot in the real games, meaning on our server, Yanmelia is the only way. Well, you can actually, on our server, use, and also in the newest generation of Pokemon, you can use any Pokemon, regardless of egg group or gender or anything, as long as it has Boom Burst on it. I am using Yanmelia for this example here, but you'll see what I mean in a second. So my Yanmelia has Boom Burst. Now, if I want Chatot to learn Boom Burst, then I have to breed a new one. Because again, if I breed these two, the eggs, the Pokemon that come from the eggs, will have Boom Burst. But if I want to pass it to this specific Chatot right here, what I can do is I can take this Chatot and give it a Mirror Herb. Now, because that's the Pokemon that I want to learn the move. Now, if I put these two in the Daycare, you'll see right here, I have this Chatot and I have this Yanmelia. Now, this has Boom Burst as one of its 4 moves. If I take this Chatot out and I go here and I check its available moves, you'll see that Boom Burst is now an available move for this Chatot. Now, next thing is all of the other breeding items. So again, these all work the same as the real games, but the Everstone passes the nature down. I won't show examples of everything in here, but if I were to put an Everstone on this tandem mouse right here, then all of the offspring will have impish nature. If I were to put a Destiny Knot on one of my Pokemon, it will take 5 random IVs from either parent. So for example, it'll take 5. So if I have this Chatot, if I look in the Daycare right here, and I put this Chatot right here, you can see the IVs like 4 HP, 18 attack, 14 defense, you know. It'll take 5 randomly between the two. So maybe it'll take the 4 HP and 18 attack from this Chatot, and then it'll take like the speed, special defense, and special attack from this one, and then the 6th IV will be completely random. So this is a very useful tool for people because, you know, obviously, usually the goal of breeding Pokemon is to get higher IV Pokemon. Power items all do a specific stat. So the Power Anklet, if you give it to a Pokemon, will pass down its speed IV, guaranteed. The Power Band is for special defense, Power Belt for defense, Power Bracer for attack, Power Lens for special attack, and Power Weight for HP. And yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know about the Daycare system on Cobblemon Delta. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask on our Discord. Thanks for watching.